One of the things that's nice about being your own boss and owning a franchise is that it puts you in a situation where, you can often take the day off, when you need to, and, still make money. But some franchises, you can be absentee. That's where you hire the manager. And sometimes when you do that, you might get maybe half as much out of the deal because you have to pay that manager. And it can be hard sometimes whether you want to decide that or versus run it yourself. Now, if you run it yourself, it's one of those deals where you can hire your employees, you can make all the decisions. You might never pick up a paintbrush if it's some kind of painting franchise. You might never mow the lawn if it's some kind of some kind of lawn mowing franchise. But what you do is, you manage those employees and you manage the day-to-day operations of that franchise. Now, some are actually the case where you have a truck or you got a van that is part of the agreement, and you have to run that thing, and you have to go places, and you have to make some kind of service calls, and you might only be the only one there. You might not have any employees. So it all depends on what you're looking for. And a lot of times when people think franchises, they think fast food franchises. But, the problem you get with fast food franchises is that a lot of times what people make out of them can be very low compared to what they put in. And that's because it's very competitive. There's so many different fast food franchises competing against each other. Sometimes it's hard to get out what you put in. Sometimes people might find it's better just to buy stocks even than to get into something like a fast food franchise. But that's just kind of how it can go. Now, it's also the case too that sometimes you're dealing with a lot of money where you have to, invest maybe $1 million or more on a fast food franchise, and deal with a lot of employees. So there's a lot involved.